Okay, so hi, whoever is watching this, whenever you're watching this. Um, I got another shipment from Buyee, so I thought I'll do another live stream. Whoever chimes in to see it is great, but figure a live stream is better than just doing an unboxing video. So here we are, and here is the box. So let's crack into this. Um, Hello, bride, sitting over there, playing Red Dead Online. Now that I've stopped playing it because nothing ever happens in it. Now she is invested in it. I guess to take over. All right, so what do we got in this box? We got some Kong, some Mothra, a lot of paper actually in this one. But first off, here we got the hopefully it's all sealed up, but the last of the King Kong Konami little SF movie collection mini vinyl or minifigures that I need. Let's see. Hopefully, I wasn't expecting it to be sealed up, but I also get the box, so that's kind of cool, I guess. So even though I am a collector of toys, not boxes, but okay, open, says me. So pop this open. This better be the right one. It is. Hooray! Excellent. So this is the last one I need. Although I wanted two of these, but the person was only selling the one for like $7. And that's what prompted this round of buying. Is that I need? Oh, comes with instructions. Let's see here. Oh, instructions for how to put Kong together. There we go. This round of buying was due to this guy coming up on my feed, and it's like, oh good, he's like, that's what I want. I wanted two of them because this Kong interacts with two of the other ones. He's got the replacement hand, so this one is a little branch holding the branch. So from the more famous the more famous promotional still, where he's fighting the T-Rex and he's got the stick in his hand. There's that, and then he also is compatible with the Pteranodon. And so I wanted to get both so that I could do both scenes, but just got the one so far, so they're putting the tree in there. And this little pouch here should be the Fey Ray figure and his other hand to hold the Fey Ray figure. Yeah. Get it out of there. Garbage on the floor. Okay, yes, there it is. So this is the Fey Ray hand. Okay, there we go. Teeny tiny little Fey Ray. She does come out of the hand apparently, and you can put her in the tree so that he's got like the stick and he can fight the T-Rex. But I'm going to keep her in hand right now. And oh, now she's coming out. There we go. All right, so there he is, and he's got right there. Stick him into the base. Huzzah! And he's gonna go with fighting this guy right here. So apparently, how do these hook up? So there we go. That's how they hook up. So they come together to form a complete scene. So, yay! I finally got that. Now I still would like another one so that I have someone to fight the Pteranodon. But in the meantime, hurrah! There we go. I got at least the complete set over there now. Put that hand aside. And I got a box, apparently. So, cool. Put that somewhere. Hooray! Alright, that is number one. What is number two? So what happens whenever I go buying is that like one thing pops up that I want. I bid on it, And then it's the next month because you have a month grace. Once the first thing arrives, you have a month grace to kind of like get more things, and then you gotta ship it, or else you pay extra for storage. So then I start finding other things to buy. And some things I actually want, and some things are just like, oh, that's cute. Like this little guy right here, little bit of Mothra right there. Da-da-da. Little tiny larval Mothra to go with my Mothra collection. He's so cute. I gotta find the right view here. This is my first time. I think this is my first time doing an unboxing with this background. No, okay. The bride just said no. So maybe with this background, yeah. But yeah, little Mothra, cutesy little soft vinyl sort of thing right there. So that's going in the Mothra collection. That was just sort of like, oh, it's cute, and it's like $4. I might as well just get it. And what do we have here? Oh, ah. So part of this was also that I was finding things to add to my Mezco 5.XL diorama for my monsters. Because the Mezco 5.XL is over and dead and gone and done with. Leaving a lot of monsters that are not represented. Oh, hello, Grizzly. Welcome. Haya is putting out some nice Kong and Godzilla figures. You find a lot of obscure stuff on Buyee. Yes, and yes to both. The Haya, I'm torn on the Haya because I'm not like this super big MonsterVerse guy, but I do love Scar King. He's my boy. So when the Haya Scar King figure comes out, it's like, do I want to get that? Then does that sort of obligate me to get like other like Kong and Suko and that sort of thing? No. The bride says no because they're like $80 a piece. I have seen the Scylla Haya Scylla figure in a local store. It's like, oh, it looks beautiful. It's the only like original Titan that I like. But it's also like $80. So otherwise, I mean, I have like the Playmates figures right there, which are kind of like cute, junky little toys. But then I also noticed when I rearranged my Kong setup here, that cute, junky little toy is right beside a $150 statue. Kind of doesn't put the statue in the best light. So I don't know. Part of me wants to get like the higher end figures that look nicer, but part of me is also like, that's money I would rather spend on other things like vintage Kong items, some of which are going to be in this box right here. So I don't know. I'm kind of like, I don't know about the Haya. I did get the Haya Skull Island Kong figure, but then I ended up selling that one again because I was like, I couldn't get the Skull Devil, and it was just like, whatever. Trying to curate my collection a bit, and now it's kind of like back full circle of like, should I not get Haya? I don't know. But definitely obscure stuff on Buyee, that is for sure. Like little tiny chibi Mothra that I didn't even know existed. He's so cute. Or she's so cute, I should say. And then Rex, you just arrived late. So first thing that I got, show it off again, is the last Kong figure I needed from the Konami blind box set. Got him. He sits nicely with. Got to put them right way around. Sits nicely with the T-Rex to make a nice little diorama there. And so I do want a second one of the Kong here because he also goes with the Pteranodon set as well. But for right now, at least I have the one. So finding number 2 can wait for when we go to Japan and go to those stores that just sell like the blind box figures unboxed, and you can just pick whichever one you want. Yeah, the highest stuff. Again, it's like the average is like $70-$80 Canadian for a figure, which is like for Scar King. Yeah, I would pay that. For Kong, I mean, their Godzilla X Kong figures look really good. It's a really good looking Kong figure. So even just to have like one to represent sort of the MonsterVerse in my collection would be all right. Definitely wouldn't bother getting like Godzilla and Suko and others. You know, like Playmates, the Playmate stuff. I would get a Playmate Rodan. I would get a Playmate Ghidorah when the Rodin, the famous French sculptor, um, but not with not the Haya figures, because they're so much more expensive. I would be very much more limited in what I would buy for those. Hello, I'm Cory is completionist. I'm not. Yeah, that's the thing, right? But I would not be tempted to get like all the Haya figures. Because I don't even like Monster vs. Godzilla. Like to me, Monster vs. Godzilla is Godzilla with an asterisk. Like he's not a real Godzilla; he's an American Godzilla. So I don't particularly care for his design. So that I would not be tempted to get that, and definitely not Shimo. Um, like Scylla is the only like random Titan I would want because it's the only one that I think looks cool. So um, Scylla is the weird ammonite spider thing. We saw it at the store the other day. Yeah. Scylla is the one that has like the ammonite shell and the tentacles, and then it's got spider legs. But if I do stick with the Playmates, I would get the Scylla Playmates figure as well. Goes well with that model of my great grandpa you got there. Yeah, for sure, for sure. So next up here is the Iwakawa, whatever it's called, ornament set. I already have one of those in the form of the where you go over here. This is from that same line. So this is the get the right view here. So this is the water serpent from King Kong Escapes. I got that from a King Kong set, but I also, for my 5-point Excel diorama, picked up Matango, which is the bride just went, what? Why would you do that? I do not hate Matango. See, that's the thing. Okay, Matango is such a weird movie because it grosses me the heck out. Totally grosses me out. The body horror of becoming a fungus is totally just oh god. Ugh. But it's a really good movie. Like it's so well made. And yes, the people in it are awful. It's like the nihilistic horror version of Gilligan's Island. But it's so well made, and like, yeah, the people are horrible. That's the point. It's about the corruption of society and whatever. So I saw this guy for relatively cheap. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get him and see if he works with my 5-point Excel set. So then I can add like a giant Matango into my diorama. So got him. It also the set also came with the clear plastic version of the half Matangoed person, but I don't. I'm probably going to keep that in the box because I have no purpose for that. So that might end up on Facebook Marketplace locally. Um, but definitely, I wanted to try out this little guy to see if he will go with my 5-point Excel diorama, which I will probably do a later video of because I have another couple of things that I bought for that. So I might have to do another video on my diorama. Considering I haven't even done like a video of what's in the other room because that's in a constant state of flux right now and not fully completed. Let's see. Scylla is so cool. My favorite spider squid. Yes. I mean, it's a small category, but I just put a Matango reference in my latest D&D one-shot. They thought it was a reference to The Last of Us. Philistines. Philistines. Matango is the classic. There you go. Little wee babies. Okay, what do we got next here? Let's see what's in this envelope. So, fine, looks pretty cool. Thank you. Okay. So, let's see what is in here. No, it's Zombie Gilligan's Island. Alright, NECA's Godzilla figures were awesome and the price was great. We need a new Mechanicon figure. I think Bandai was the last one. I just watched Matango and 2B last year. It was good, yes. Yes to all those. NECA's Godzilla figures were great. I have Shin. I have the NECA Shin Godzilla. The one I could find, and that actually almost got me into this spiral of buying like other comparable figures. Like there's a bootleg out there of the Ready Player One Mechagodzilla, which is my favorite version of Mechagodzilla. So I would almost thought about getting that to go with like Shin Godzilla, and throw him in with like my Mezco Kong or something like that, which is my favorite Kong action figure. Um, but yeah, and new Mechanicong. Yeah, I mean, I have the Bondi right down there. I got the Bondi, and then I got the two Raymundo ones. The small, like was it like 5 inch, 6 inch Raymond Toys ones. Um, I mean, okay, if Bondi did come out with a new movie monster series Mechanicong, I would probably get it just because, sure. Um, but it's not like it wouldn't be like enthusiastically like, oh my god, I gotta get it, because it's like I already have three Mechanicons, so I'm kind of good for that. A proper Mechanicon action figure would be a different story. That would be kind of cool to get. But again, the copyright stuff around Kong is such a dog's breakfast that I would be surprised to see any like Mechanicon or Toho Kong merchandise anytime soon. It's kind of untapped as far as like movie monster series goes, but yeah, with all the copyright nonsense, I wouldn't really expect it. Sadly enough, yeah, Matango is good. I don't have a physical copy of it, but I kind of want one. See, Matango, okay, Matango is kind of like Evangelion in that I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but it's really fascinating to watch. And so I do over and over again. Like I'm not, I wouldn't count Evangelion as one of my favorite anime, but I have watched it through several times now because it is such a fascinating show to watch. Yeah, I don't have any like Evangelion merchandise or anything, but we do have the series on Blu-ray because it's like I have to watch this thing again and again and again to try and understand it and unpack everything that's about. Let's see. Da-da-da-da-da. I see Manda is in the description, which I hope is next. We'll see. If I were to get any Godzilla figure, it would be the ugly Shin, which you would. Oh yeah, the Playmate Shin. Well, the Playmate Shin is just a knockoff of the NECA Shin. So I have to admit, there are times when I look at the NECA Shin and like start giggling because the Playmates one was just a knockoff of him. But because I have the Playmates MonsterVerse stuff, I almost like sometimes I see the Playmate Shin pop up again on Facebook Marketplace, and I'm like, oh, should I get him again? But yeah, the ugly Shin is hilarious. I do kind of have in mind that when we go to Japan, that I might pick up like a decent Shin figure, like a one soft finals or something like that. But we'll see. We'll see how I carried away I get with buying stuff in Japan, knowing that we only have so much luggage space. Yeah, the one looks like it's laughing. Yeah. It looks like a dinosaurified troll face. Yep. Hey. All right. So what is in this one? Oh, this is another thing. Saw this like almost right after. Okay, so one of the things about this particular Buyee shipment is that it includes a lot of stuff that's not from Japan. Like, it's stuff that managed to get across the Pacific to Japan, and now I'm bringing it back to North America, including this souvenir of New York City. So, this little weird, like, you can buy these, like, in New York at, like, souvenir stands and stuff like that. There's just this, like, Kong posed with the Empire State Building. So, since I'm not going to New York anytime soon, with the current political situation, so this came up on Buyee for like really cheap. So I'm like, okay, sure. I already got the Konami Kong there, so I might as well buy this, liberate this from Japan, and bring it back to North America. So that is going to go right there with the rest of my Empire State Building souvenirs, place I've never been to. Yeah, he made our early COVID experience ridiculous. Every time we walked by, we burst out laughing. Especially my heart. Yeah. Yeah, he was good. Good old Playmate Shin. All right, let's see what's in this envelope. So, this one is... So this is another one. I'm not sure if it was pewter. It didn't really feel heavy like pewter. It's painted like it. It might just be plastic that's painted like it. I'm not sure. So, two other things that I bought for my 5-point Excel, see if they would work, are the new wave of the Gachapons, the HG Godzilla Gachapons. And for that, hey, Rex, you're in luck. It is indeed Manda. Because Manda and the other one I bought were never made in 5-point Excel. They would have been perfect for a Destroy All Monsters Round 3, but that never came out. So, I saw these Gachapon figures. I thought, I looked it up, and they seemed like they would be about the right size. They might have to sit kind of towards the back, just for like false um, false perspective, but forced perspective. Sorry, but Manda. Ooh, here we go. Let's stick the rest of our body together. Am I doing this right? Let's see. Is that the right? Yeah, that is the right piece. Okay, get in there. And looks like that would be the next one. And then ends with the tail. So wherever that fits in. There we go. All right. So she makes a nice coil so that she can sit on the shelf nicely. There we go. That is the HG Gachapon Manda figure. I think she's a good size. I think she will work with the 5-point diorama. I can find a place to put her. That's perfect. Let's see. Manda is my second favorite underrated Godzilla kaiju. They are slightly beat by Baragon. That is fair. Baragon in GMK is so cute. Oh my god. It's like, I want to pet Baragon. But there we go. So that's Manda. Makes me laugh. I used to know someone named Manda as well. So the next one, let's see if this is the other one. This is the other one. All right. And packed virtually the same way, but I bought them for two different people. That's interesting. So the other one is not the one I ordered. Oh, that's unfortunate. So this is Anguirus, which is not the one I ordered. The one I ordered was Kumanga, the spider. Well, okay. This is my first time ever getting the wrong thing from Buyee. So I will have to figure that out. And see if I can get in touch with the seller and let them know that they sent me the wrong thing. Okay, so I'm gonna. I don't even remember what shipment. This is like 6 or 7. Yeah, 6 or 7, pretty good average. But yeah, we're gonna just put a tab in that and deal with that situation. That's disappointing though. I wanted Kumanga. Wah. Kumanga is the giant jumping spider. I know the bride is happy that I didn't get it. Let's see. Baragon is the kaiju I want a plush of the most by far. Nice. My boy! Yeah. Anguirus is never a disappointment. Well, he is if you wanted Kumanga. And Anguirus already came out in the 5-point Excel. So, all right. So next up is an issue of Shonen Weekly magazine with Kong on the cover, and this is based on the animated Kong, the King Kong show, and this particular one where he fights the robotic Sphinx. So I feel like I should go through it to see the rest of the content. Oh ho ho! But that could get pretty boring pretty quickly, so maybe we'll save that for later or for a video of its own. But there we go. You can get a Kamanga by a toy spider and painting it. That way, unfortunately. But we got enough spiders in real life. But we'll figure that out. Next up, I found in my ongoing quest of looking for the Kiko Son of Kong stuff, found this weird little notebook with Kiko on it. Let's see, I love old magazines. Got one of the making of the '70s King Kong. Nice. In Spiga. I love the old English dubs. Yeah, no, subs not dubs. But yeah, so like I'm all about like I'm weirdly obsessed. Well, not weirdly. I mean, I got a freaking King Kong collection, but I'm obsessed with this whole Kiko Son of Kong campaign that Japan and oh, and I also got kitchen party stationery to go with it. Whatever that is. So that's not what I wanted. I wanted this one. The Kiko notebook here. Kind of yeah, weirdly obsessed with like all this Kiko stuff because it's just like in like '83, starting in '83, Japan decided to make like a cute little advertising icon out of Son of Kong. So did a couple of videos about it. Found the actual book of Kiko finding where his dad went after his dad left Skull Island. And now this little notebook here. Let's see. Kiko was born on Skull Island. He is searching for his papa in New York City, dreaming that one day he will find him. Aww. And so Kiko has a lot of friends on Skull Island. Aww. Orange on the back, he's got his tuxedo on. He has little roses there. Aww. Let's see. He is searching for his papa in New York City, dreaming that one day he will find him. There's like a little cartoon of him up in the corner of the page there. So says that on every page, and Kiko has a lot of friends on Skull Island on the other page. Kiko was born on Skull Island. So yeah, every page is identical. Has the same stuff on it. But yeah, there we go. Got this weird Kiko notebook. So we can add that to the pile of Kiko stuff. And then, oh, this is the last piece in here. The piece de résistance, as it were. The piece of resistance. Pièce de résistance. Hey, there we go. All right. I am excited for this one. Oh, yes. Famous Monsters of Filmland. Liberating this from Japan, bringing it back to North America. This is the Famous Monsters issue that the NECA figure was based on. So, so that NECA figure is based on this cover painting from Famous Monsters, a Basil Gogos version. So there we go. Finally got them together. And that is awesome. I'm kind of amused that the Basil Gogos paint jobs, paint job on Kong went so well that Universal licensed it them to do Basil Gogos versions of the Universal monsters, Dracula, Frankenstein, Wolfman, etc., that are for sale at Universal Studios theme parks. I looked into buying them, like ordering them off of Universal's website, but between the exchange and the shipping, it would have been like well over $300 to get the set. I'm like, no, I'm good. But I kind of like, they're kind of funky. Once I wasn't originally going to get the Kong, and then he came up on Facebook Marketplace for super cheap. So I was like, all right, I'll get him. And but then it put me on a quest. I have to find the magazine. I have to find the actual cover that goes with him. So let's see. Rex, do you like the art for Kiko? Yeah. Expose. I swear you know my band schedule just so you can stream at the worst time. Sorry, Expose. This is purely because the box arrived yesterday and then I had to go pick it up today. Do you like the art? That's cute. It's intentional. Yep, very much intentional. Oh, cool. I've been trying to get some Famous Monsters of Filmland, but local thrift shops only Playboys in time, unfortunately. Yeah, I've been checking the magazine box at like every comic show and stuff that comes through town here, in the hopes of finding particularly this issue. There's a couple other cover issues with Kong, but this is sort of the gold standard one for Kong. So And I've been getting more into some of like this paper ephemera sort of stuff. Like I did get uh, the Mad. I moved down there, but the issue of Mad magazine with Alfred E. Newman climbing the Empire State Building. And actually found this trading card the other day of another Mad cover I would love to get, but I'm not going to actively look for it really. But yeah, getting more into that stuff. Hence why I bought the Shonen Weekly magazine. But definitely wanted this because I have the figure that goes with it. So I mean, I might do like a read through video of this thing too. But this is actually even momentous occasion. This is like my first issue of Famous Monsters, like physical issue that I've had the pleasure of pawing through. So the Kong of Kongs. Look at that smile. It's just a nice looking fella. No wonder he's such a ladies' man. But yeah, this is great. So I'm happy to have this. And yeah, again, this was just like it popped up after I already bought the Konami figure, and I was like, all right, sure. This is actually a pretty substantial feature on Kong. It's like, how many pages are we in here so far? But yeah, this is. Oh, there we go. now we got other stuff here. And then of course the ads. Hong Kong Gorilla, the Jungle Giant. The most realistic replica of the mightiest gorilla ever. Durable, tough vinyl, 7 inches tall. Hong Kong Gorilla. So that was Imperial Toys. Before they made an actual official King Kong figure, they made the Hong Kong Gorilla figure. So that's that guy right there. Dracula Kite. It's pretty nice there. Yeah, the ads especially. The my store, when I was running my Monster Kitsch store, my advertising and signage and stuff like that was like very intentionally based off of the aesthetic of these ads, like Famous Monsters like that. My computer is filled with like dozens and dozens of fonts, comparable to these old Famous Monsters ads. Um, yeah. Oh, there's the Aurora model kits there. Kong right in the bottom corner. No, other side of that's Kong right there, which I have the remake of right up there. So yeah, this is great. Love this. Love the old Famous Monsters aesthetic. Did get to meet Forrest Ackerman shortly before he passed away. And yeah, this is one of the big magazines that I wanted to get. There's a couple others that I would like to get. The original issue of, I think it's Eerie or Creepy, that has the naked lady at the top of the Empire State Building. I would like to get the actual. I have like the Vampirus Carmilla um, uh, issue with that cover reprinted on it, but I would love to get the original Creepy issue with that. And a local used bookstore has a Crazy magazine with King Kong on the cover, and I see it every single time I go. And I know they don't sell the stuff that's like on the walls and like their decoration stuff. They don't sell that stuff, but I'm like, dudes, what if you were to sell it? How much would you sell it for? But yeah, there we go. Put it in a little case here so that I can put it back here with the Kong figure. Is it even visible back there? Yeah, kind of. I mean, how much is visible behind me? Anyways. But there we go. Let's see, catching up here on the very nice, very cool. Do you have any King Kong vinyl records? I do not. I would love to get the old 1970s Wonderland vinyl record of the story of King Kong. I have like the MP3 of it, but I'd love to get the original vinyl record. That would be pretty cool. And then I'm also sort of, I mean, like I have a pretty like substantial vinyl collection. Looking at it the other day, but it's sort of divided into some key categories of either like tiki music, like Polynesian music, or like exotic jazz, whatever. A lot of like like gay 90s music, like the rinky tink, player piano and barbershop quartet and like that kind of stuff. What you would expect to hear on like Main Street USA. I have a fairly sizable collection of that. I have a Disney collection, and then I have a collection of just sort of like random stuff that I picked up. It's like Sons of the Pioneers record and Nelson Eddy and Jeanette MacDonald record and Wilf Carter and Peter Pan, the Mary Martin Peter Pan album, stuff like that. My Fair Lady soundtrack. So what I want to get, I'd love to get that Wonderland Records King Kong record. I would also love to get an original vinyl copy of the Monster Mash, the Bobby Boris Pickett original Monster Mash record, the full LP. I want to do a video on that someday because it's like an amazing concept album. It's such a weirdly good album. It's not just like, oh, monster novelty songs. And then there's also the Famous Monsters Speak album, which is connected with Famous Monsters of Filmland. I would love to get a copy of that one too. If I part of the problem though is I have no idea where to look for them. Whenever we pass by the guys at the flea market selling vinyl records, or I go to like our local sort of used record store, I haven't the foggiest clue what section to look for like Famous Monsters Speak in. So, I don't know if I'll ever find it, but maybe someday I'll just buy it off eBay or whatever. But wasn't Imperial the people who made the dinosaur toys with ludicrous red lips? Yes, correct. And they made a Godzilla figure, which I still have my Imperial Godzilla figure from the 80s. I still have that. And I did get he's right over my shoulder, actually. He's right. Come on. Right there is the Imperial King Kong figure. I love looking through the ads of old books. It's like a window into the past. Yeah. It's almost worse than the articles. Like, Famous Monsters articles are like, they're kind of funny. Like, Forrest J. Ackerman was pretty witty. But the aesthetic of the ads is so much fun. And also, like getting that view into what that mid-century monster kitsch was all about. Which is part of why, like, when Spirit Halloween they had like this zombie fly rubber figure thing. I bought it because it reminded me so much of the ads, like the giant fly figure you could buy from the ads in Famous Monsters. Like, I have to have a rubber fly. So I bought even though I don't like flies very much, but that looked really cool. So, and it was very Famous Monstery. So, don't know how to spell it, but I hope you know. I know it. Yeah, ludicrous. Oh yeah, I didn't even notice you misspelled it. I just automatically filled in ludicrous. I love old bookstores. It's where I get my 60s sci-fi novels. Nice. I tried getting Disney records. My last attempt, my dad refused to buy them. He said something about how he'd get fired if his students learned he paid for a copy of Song of the South or something. Fair enough. I've actually pared down my Disney collection. Hold on a sec. Where is it? There it is. I used to have a lot more, but then I pared it down when I started. I'd say like becoming less of a fan of Disney, but sort of with everything going on and just sort of like coming down off of like the peak of my Disney fandom, where I had like literally every movie made while Walt Disney was still alive. I had a hard copy of it. I had this huge collection of like Disney vinyl. I curated down my Disney DVD collection to those movies that I would conceivably watch again. And same with my records. I pared that down as well to stuff I really wanted. So I got the Haunted Mansion little read along, play along record booklet thing. That's one of my prides and joys. Also have the 20,000 Leagues little read along book. And the 20,000 Leagues full album there. And my pride and joy, Fantasia, the full record, which is really weird. It's manufactured to be played on the kind of record players that could play multiple LPs. So it's like the first record is like side one, uh, 1A, like it's the toccata and fugue in D minor, and then the other side of it is like Ave Maria, because it's like front back, like beginning end, beginning end, beginning end. The idea being that how those record players worked is that you create like the stack, and then it just like drops one, plays it, drops the next one, plays that. So it's supposed to be arranged like 1, 2, 3, then you flip them like 4, 5, 6. So it makes it a little awkward if you want to listen to Fantasia in order on the LP, but I also have it on CD, so whatever. But the Fantasia, and it's got like this lovely booklet in there as well. So I like how this is not the Buyee stream anymore, but so like each page has this beautiful art. So that's Toccata and Fugue in D minor. That's a Nutcracker Suite, and all of this art was used for the individual LPs for these things, because you could get like the LP with Sorcerer's Apprentice on it, or the Nutcracker Suite, or the Pastoral Symphony. Um, and they included that all that art, which is beautiful art, in the full collector's edition. Country Bear Jamboree, the only version that exists now, so of the original Country Bear Jamboree. So I got that, and the Firehouse 5+2 at Disneyland. That's fun. The Firehouse 5+2 were a Dixieland band made of Disney animators. And they had this sort of side gig of that. I also found this actually at a thrift shop as well. So the Firehouse 5+2 play for lovers. Aw. They're nice. Fess Parker, cowboy and quote unquote Indian songs. One of his country albums. And Davy Crockett, the actual storyteller album. There. And Legend of Sleepy Hollow. And then finally, wait. Oh, he must be in another section. Because I should have. There's another record I should have. Hold on. And then I have the Ranger's Guide to Nature right there as well. A nature guide. With like my low-key favorite Disney character. Like, yeah, I love Maleficent and Chernabog and Mickey and all that, but Ranger J. Audubon Woodlore is like one of my favorites because the whole national parks thing. But hold on, I'm missing one. Not sure where it went. Is it in this pile? Ba-ba-da-ba-dum. Hold on, I know engaging content, but I'm actually distressed at where that would have gone, because that record is a big deal. If you went in the drawer. Sorry, everyone. Oh, huh. Okay. That is unfortunate, because what I seem to be missing is my copy of Pecos Bill with Roy Rogers. Yeah, I should have a copy of that. I know I do. Sorry, the bride is chiming here. Yeah, I know I have a copy of it. It should be in the Disney collection, but it's not. That is unfortunate. Anyways, yeah, that's my Disney record collection right now. So, and I mean, I've mentioned this in prior Disney-related videos, but Disneyland Records as a label is like worthy of a video on its own, because they put out so much weird stuff. Like, it's not just soundtracks to their to the parks and the movies. Like, there were a lot of educational records and stuff like that. One that I had at one point was their introduction to symphony. I also have an introduction to ballet, like familiarize children with the greats of classical music and so on. So a lot of like educational records and also like storytelling records that aren't like just Disney movies, that sort of thing. So Disneyland Records is like an extension of what Disneyland the park was originally supposed to be, and the Disneyland TV series, as like it wasn't just this like turned inward sort of like we gotta synergize IP for the Disney company, and it actually meant to use entertainment to teach and inform and to excite the youth about technology and American history and whatever. So the records did that too, which I find the whole era of Disney quite fascinating. Anyways, um, the main ones I watched: 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, Song of the South, That Darn Cat, and some based on the rides. Yeah. When I was a kid, actually, we had the Song of the South record, the storytelling record with the tales of Uncle Remus, Brer Rabbit, and stuff like that. Don't have it anymore. Oh well, my parents might actually have it. They might. They got like a million records. I should go poke through them. They might still have it, actually. That Darn Cat, some based on the rides, yeah. Also, the ones that aren't based on movies or rides. Like, I have one for Hans Brinker. Well, that was a movie. They did make a movie of Hans Brinker. So, Pecos Bill is great. I'm more of a Gene Autry man than Roy Rogers fan. Sue me, I'm nostalgic. But it is very funny. Gene Autry is fine. In fact, I love The Phantom Empire. We actually found it on Tubi the other day. I'm like, oh my god, this is on here. Phantom Empire is awesome, but as far as a singer and entertainer goes, I am more of a Roy Rogers guy. He's got that silken smooth voice there. So, and now my computer's telling me that the power got disconnected. Hold on. Are we good again? Are we plugged in? Okay, we're good. Okay. Yes, they did make a Hans Brinker movie. I think I'm pretty sure I've seen it as part of my watching all of the Disney movies made during Walt's life. Yeah, hold on a sec. Let me Google it up for you. Let's see, Hans Brinker movie. 1969. Oh no, so we didn't watch it because it came out in 69, which is after. Oh no, it was the 1962 Disney television film, 1958 Hallmark Hall of Fame version, and a 1969 musical. Okay, yeah, okay. So we did. Hans Brinker or the Silver Skates, directed by Norman Foster. Version follows Hans and his sister Gretel in Holland as they seek funds for their father's medical care. Yes. So yeah, I thought I had a cool semi-weird thing. Fair enough. Yeah, I actually, one of the records that I had for my Disney collection was Nicky, Wild Dog of the North, which is based on an James Oliver Curwood book that was made into a movie of that name by Disney that was actually filmed in my area. So Disney filmed like 4 movies in Canada, and one of them was this Nicky, Wild Dog of the North that was filmed here in the Canadian Rockies. And Walt actually had a private cabin at one of the ranch resorts in this area because after filming up here, he was like, "This place is great," and he would come up like not super often, but enough that he had a cabin. So, and then he was also the Grand Marshal for the Calgary Stampede Rodeo, the parade, in 1965. Well, so yeah. But I don't have that anymore either. I'm still vexed about the Pecos bill. It will turn up, hopefully. Everything turns up. So unless I get impatient and go to the record store and buy one. Don't do it. My wife is saying, don't do it. Yeah, I gotta figure out this whole thing with not getting the right monster. So I need Kumanga. But at the least, got a nice bunch of stuff here. There's Manda again. Manda, and little bit of Mothra larva, and Makong stuff, and Matango, which will, like I said, I'll have to do a video of my diorama again. No Kamanga in it apparently, but at least I'll have to fit Manda and Matango in there. Manda Tango. That's when they that's the slash fic, the shipping Manda and Matango. Manda Tango. It's funny because when I was in school, I was one of the only classical music fans, and when talking about artists, I would mention Bach and Strauss, and my classmates all said, "Shut up." They listen to mainstream pop. Yeah, well, yeah. Do you have a Roy Rogers section? Maybe it's there. I don't know. That's what I was looking for as I was off screen there quickly. I do have a section in my weird stuff section. I've got like Sons of the Pioneers album with Wilf Carter album and stuff like that. I thought it might be in there, but it is not. I don't know where it is. And the bride is saying, it'll turn up, don't panic. Because she knows that I'm not going to panic, but I will certainly obsess about the question. And as soon as this stream is over, I will like tear the house up looking for this thing. I do not lose things often. There's a place for everything, and everything in its place. Not yet. Well, not yet, but that's part of what is giving me anxiety. Don't have a Roy Rogers record section, though, unfortunately. Nor do I have a Roy Rogers collection. The closest thing I have to a Roy Rogers collection, so is the Pioneers album, but is an 8x10 that somebody gave me. It was an older lady, because I used to be on the art gallery committee for the Calgary Stampede, our big rodeo and fair every year. And she's an older lady. She's like in her 70s. And she was thrilled to death when she found out I was a Roy Rogers fan, because nobody's a Roy Rogers fan anymore. And so she gave me that 8x10 she's had since she was a kid as well. So that was kind of fun. So I got that. That's the sum total of my Roy Rogers collection. And I like movies. Like got the Roy Rogers movies, some DVDs. But I can something relate. I would talk about weird stuff like Milky Possum. And they said it was too underground for them. So then talked about Wagner, which was too mainstream apparently. Wagner is mainstream? Not anymore. Oh.
Mine was Hector Berlioz.
Oh, the bride's was Berlioz. Was her? You wouldn't have heard of who I like. I'm too cool. So. And now she snuck around into my little studio room. I don't know what she's looking for in there though. But anywho. So that's what I've gotten by. I'm kind of tempted to crack this guy open and kind of look, but as we saw with the Famous Monsters magazine, it's a little bit challenging to read this and have you all be included in that. Compared to furry pink EDM, yes, Wagner is mainstream. I suppose so. Sorry, free punk EDM. Yeah. Yes, I would imagine so. So there it is out of the bag. It's a thick magazine too. Let's see if I'm reading it the correct direction here. Because it's Japanese, so you read it from the back. Ooh, we're starting off with Ultraman in there. Shapam. That's the sound effect that he makes, right? Shapam. Where's the Kong tent? Oh no, am I reading this the wrong way? Oh, there we go. Yeah, this is the proper way. I was reading that from the back. The Japanese back. So there's Kong cover, or interior cover piece. Looks like it's got some little anatomical notes. Oh, this is nice. You want a map of Skull Island? There you go. That's super. I might have to do a video on this. I'd actually, actually it's swatch. If I didn't pay what I paid for this, which wasn't like super expensive, but I would almost be tempted to like slice this so I could scan it properly and make like a poster of it or something. But that is a nice map of Skull Island there. King Kong's World Tour right there. All of his sites in Asia. So there's Skull Island right there by my finger. It's climbing the Eiffel Tower. Naturally. If it's tall, he's going to climb it. Climbing Big Ben. Oh my god. And the Kremlin. Yeah, oh my god. He's in a bullfighting ring in Spain right there. Grabbing the bull. right there. Kong gets everywhere. No, by the just picking them up. The bride asked to buy the horns. No. And then we have this Doctor Who's secret base. Ooh, cross section of what is probably Doctor Who's secret base there. Nice. This is fun. And then we have a comic about a woolly mammoth, which is fitting for me, I guess. So, oh yeah, fighting, hunting woolly mammoths there. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, I think that those few pages might be the only content in this. I know other Shonen Weekly did run through the 60s, did run a cartoon feature on King Kong that was based on the King Kong Show cartoon, the Rankin Bass cartoon, that was American produced but actually animated by Toei in Japan. It was the first American cartoon that was actually animated, was outsourced animation to Japan. So kind of a notable history there as well. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any actual Kong cartoons in there, but that is okay. I just got it. Yeah, I'm not worried about it or anything. But yeah, fun. Because now I gotta get other issues of Shonen that have Kong in them too. Put that back in. Not a completionist, just like I want to see what else there is. There is one issue that keeps popping up for sale on Buyee, where the photo, one of the photos that show of the interior, is from the Kong comic strip, and it has Kong getting smacked in the face by an octopus tentacle, just like thwap. Yeah. So I kind of want to see that. Now, the next challenge is getting it back in the bag, because Shonen Weekly is a very chunky magazine. Can I get it in there without wrecking it? Shonen. Shonen Weekly, precursor to Shonen Jump. Also, as I look at what live stream I'm in, my taste in music, and how excited I got for that map of Skull Island, I think to myself, wow, I need to get tested for autism. I mean, fair enough, but rest assured, I am not autistic. We're not sure about the bride. But, I mean, to go with her ADHD and her Ehlers Download syndrome, she's collecting syndromes.
On purpose.
But no, I am not autistic. I am actually very highly attuned to um, uh, like other people, like a good sort of sense of intuition and social. I mean, I am socially, yeah, non-functional, but it's not for lack of understanding other people. So, social cues and understanding the world from other people's points of view and stuff like that, I am very good at that. So, um, not to brag or anything. So yeah, I'm not worried about being autistic. Which is to say, then, Rex, don't automatically assume that you are autistic because you happen to be sharing in my live stream. So how dare you, sir? And we'll just use the price tag I peeled off there to stick this back closed. Always get yourself professionally assessed. If you think you might be, get yourself professionally assessed. Because yes, as the bride saying from experience here, that if you are, it is really helpful to know. And yeah, because she. Oh, we're gonna put this. It should go on the Japan shelf, but yeah, we'll put it right there for now. If I may share the bride story. All right. She has ADHD and didn't get diagnosed with that until her late 30s. And when she did, like, everything fell into place. But then you have to like more, first comes understanding like, oh my god, that is why I did this, this, and this. Why am I like this? But then comes like the mourning of MOUR, of what could have been, what your life could have been if you didn't have it or if you had known sooner, right? So, like some of the things that she has is like time blindness, for example. So, time blindness is where you just don't have that internal clock that allows you to estimate what time of day it is and allows you to estimate how long something will take and how long you've been doing something. She just doesn't have that. Um, so it's like, oh, I'm not just incompetently late for everything. I actually have this disorder that I can't tell time. If I had known that sooner, how much things could have been different. Um, Another part of it is how somebody with ADHD is motivated. It's not by necessity or shame. So, as she just chimes in there. So it's like, no, she's not lazy. She's just not motivated to do this thing because it doesn't spark what, where another person's like, I need to get this thing done. That doesn't compute with ADHD. You don't get dopamine from it, so you don't do it right. It's not laziness. If she had known that sooner, how her life would have been different, right? So if you are suspecting that you have something like autism or ADHD, some executive functioning disorder or something like that, it is worth investigating it. There is no shame in just in doing that. Get it checked out professionally. If you don't have it, then great. Now you know, right? And if you do have it, then that can change your life to get it diagnosed, and to get a proper, it's like treatment plan, but a way to manage it, um, so that you can function at your best. You can be your best version of yourself. Right? So it's certainly worth looking into that, professionally, and not just dude on live stream on YouTube talking about monsters. So King Kong is anime. Yes, technically King Kong is anime. So there you go. King Kong is kaiju. King Kong is anime. There you go. Official. Rubber stamp it. You may not be autistic, but I am more than confident that you have ADHD. We have discussed that. The bride, of course, once she got diagnosed, then suddenly everyone had it, right? She was seeing it in everyone. Um, I don't know that I have ADHD. I do think that my attention span has certainly suffered over the last decade with age, and COVID didn't do it any favors. That's for damn sure. Because like, what do I got to do all day except watch Evangelion and surf the internet? And start my channel and start a King Kong collection. This is all products of COVID. Um, um, but I am able to focus and get tasks done when I need to and stuff like that. So it's not like, um, that's not, I don't have executive functioning disorder in that same way. So if I do have ADHD, it's either manifesting a different way or it's very, very, very high functioning. So, um, the disorders I know I have, well, it's depression and anxiety. I take medication for that. And again, this, you say this and you sound like an a-hole, but that's not what it is. But I was diagnosed as gifted, as a kid, and I say diagnosed as because people think that like, oh, gifted means you're super smart. Not necessarily. Case in point. Um, but what it means is that you crave intensity in whatever sort of your particular niche is. So for me, it is intellectual pursuits. Other people, it can be relationships or whatever it is you're gifted in. But being gifted means that you crave intensity of experience, which is why the worst possible thing they could do, speaking from experience, is take you out of the normal classes, especially when you're not doing well in, and put you in the gifted kids class where you just sit and do boring little stupid projects. Like, yeah, I slacked off in the gifted kids class because it was boring. It was dumb. So, anyways, yeah, it was like the worst thing they could have done is take me out of math class and put me in the gifted kids class because I am not gifted at math. Math is boring. I don't understand numbers. So, um, let's see here. I say that because it's my second semester of college, and the person I've talked to the most is my English teacher. Okay. I've been diagnosed for ADHD since I was 5. Okay, yeah. Um, look behind you and tell me that King Kong isn't a hyperfocus. um, intensity. Yeah, it is intensity of it.
It is a hyperfocus.
I don't think it's a hyperfocus in the same way that like you hyperfocus about stuff, Bride. Um, like I don't. I'm not like all in for hours on researching Kong stuff.
Aren't you?
No, I'm not. I mean, I am working on video, but like honestly, if I wasn't working on the videos, I like probably wouldn't be doing all that much research on it. You're like, oh yeah, it's a good movie, I like it, great. But the act of doing the videos gives me something to focus on and to research and that sort of thing. My big hyper foci, I guess, I would say, is online trolling. I guess. I mean, I did kind of hyper focus when I wrote my book on the Ice Age,
No, that's not the same.
but that was
That's not a hyperfocus.
yeah. The Bride is saying that's not the same. That was more me being bored in the situation I was in. But you know, I have certain chosen like creationists and stuff that I respond to everything they post because it gives me the opportunity to research what they're talking about, and I've actually learned a lot by debating them of like not about creation. Well, I mean yes, but no, I'm not a creationist, so um, but it's more intensity, yeah, than it is necessarily hyper focus, but.
Yeah, they look the same.
The Bride says they look the same. Gifted and ADHD look the same, I
Yeah,
guess.
exactly. Remember that.
But no, not to shame ADHD. To say I don't think I have it, or if I do, it's really high functioning. But depression and anxiety for sure.
You can have your own
And
problem.
there we go. I have my own problems. I don't need other people's problems. Still waiting for a follow up on the Ice Age book. I want to hear you talk about cryptids of Canada and paleontology again. Yeah, I am supposed to be working on a second edition of my book, but I get caught up in so many other things. Um, if I were to really sit down and start working on it, I would probably have to like again, pause the channel again for a while, so I could really focus on it and not worry about like doing videos and stuff like that. Because like the last time I really got working on it, I stopped a whole blog so I could actually focus on working on a book. Um, but I'm certainly up for chatting about cryptids and paleontology, certainly.
Careful.
But I have to be careful not to offend people as well, especially since the last live stream, trying to get me to go on religion.
Hard.
So, but I try and behave myself on my channel. But yeah, I mean the book, the second edition, not much actually would change on the cryptid content of it. It just sort of would be focused into a single chapter. But I I'm considering expanding it to include the province of Manitoba here in Canada, which would add a considerable amount of stuff to it. And there's things I have to remove that were cutting edge science at the time, which has since been disproven. And then like DNA, I have to do a lot of DNA research that I have to account for, including the fact that if soil DNA is valid, getting trace DNA out of the soil is a valid technique, then it means that horses and mammoths survived in the Yukon and Alaska up to like 5,000 years ago, which is wild. Um, and then also my understanding of glaciation was kind of off, so I need to refix that. I was going off of outdated information that has since been corrected by some of the people who were like directly involved in it. Like I've talked to the scientists, and they were like, "Yeah, I know, wasn't quite like that." So I have to redo that part as well. But let's see. King Kong is a character that appeals across different cultures. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Um, yeah, for sure, eh? You know, eh? Yeah, I know, yeah. Sorry, I had a Canadian moment there. Yeah, obviously, United States, Western world, United States, Canada, Europe, Japan. Not as big as Godzilla, but I mean, Kong was responsible for Godzilla to begin with. It was the successful 1952 re-release of King Kong that helped inspire Godzilla. Um, the King Kong show cartoon was popular. Um, yeah, yeah, Kong is great. Kong is appealing different culture. I something I would love to get a translation of, and I've thought about if I could get the issues for cheap, seeing if I could somehow commission this to happen. But the Mexican King Kong comic, which I've done a video about, looks insane, and I'd be very interested in like reading a translation of it. I mean, it's so obscure, it'll probably never happen. But if somebody put together like a trade paperback of translations of the Mexican King Kong comic, that would be wild. I would love to get that. Don't we normally talk about religion on these live streams? Yeah, it pops up, but then the last live stream. Oh, hey, speaking of which, Queen was trying to provoke me. So you guys are trying to provoke me with like trying to tell me my religion is wrong, so or some such thing. Um, hey, Doug, welcome, welcome. Yeah, so it was just an impromptu thing because my latest shipment from Buyee arrived, so I thought instead of just doing an unboxing video, I would just do an impromptu live stream and unbox it that way. We're still going to do the regular live stream at the end of the month, but this was just sort of a little impromptu thing, so I could show off stuff that I got, like cha Matango right there, a little Matango figure to go in my High Point XL Kaiju diorama right there. So I got that, and I got a Manda to put in there. Oh, where we go here? There we go, Manda figure to go in my diorama. I would have had Kumanga, except I got shipped the wrong thing. Tiny little Mothra, and a bunch of Kong stuff as well. Don't want to retread everything I bought, so well, once this is over, go back and watch the beginning of the live stream. But religion is a fascinating subject. I have a master's degree in it, so yes, it is a fascinating subject. Um, but yeah, I have to be careful how I wield my master's degree. Who would win in a fight, Bigfoot or Sam Squancher? They're the same thing. Bigfoot and Sam Squanch are the same thing. I want to see Bionic Bigfoot fight regular Bigfoot. I don't mind your impromptu live streams. Thank you. I need that Manda and Matango. Yes. Buyee. Get on Buyee, man. I don't try to like encourage competition for the things that I want to buy on Buyee, which is why I kind of like wait until everything like collections are done before I really advertise it. But Buyee is fan freaking tastic. Um, the main benefit of it being that stuff that is like rare on eBay is like, well, this is a thing imported from Japan, $100. In Buyee, you're going to like Japanese auction sites like Yahoo Auctions Japan and Mercari and stuff like that. And on there, that's just junk that Japanese people are getting rid of. So something that's like $100 on eBay is like $5 on Buyee. Um, so it's really worth going on Buyee. And if you are not signed up to Buyee yet, use Monster Island Buddies here on YouTube. If you don't watch him already, you should. Monster Island Buddies, he gets sponsored by Buyee, and you can get a code through him that gives you like a free $20 to buy stuff or pay for shipping or whatever. So use like his code to sign on to Buyee and get your free money. But Buyee great, and yeah, like Matango figures. This wasn't even the only one I saw on there. Matango. There's a bunch of Mandas. This line, this HG Gachapon line, just came out. Far as I know, far as I can tell, it just came out. So there's quite a few of these Mandas on there, that sort of thing. So it's worth getting. Get on, Buyee. I also feel these live streams are showing how bad I am at spelling. I don't hold it against you. I know what you meant. I think religion is a good insight into cultural differences. Correct. No, Bigfoot is from Portland and Washington. Sasquatch is from Canada. You tell by the accent, right? Bionic Bigfoot is a character from the $6 Million Man TV show. He was played by Andre the Giant. Yeah. And Lurch from the Addams Family. I've been meaning to try Buyee. I will give them a look. Yeah. Buyee is totally worth it. Yeah, like everything from my Japanese part of my collection is from Buyee. Like that, this stuff, like my Kiko. This is one of the things that I got. Is this Kiko notebook? Kiko Son of Kong notebook. But I wouldn't even have learned about Kiko if not for Buyee. Like it just popped up on a feed on like one of my searches for Kong stuff one time, and I'm like, what the heck is this? So we've been learning about Kiko. All of my Japanese Kong stuff is from Buyee. The Chorokyu figures and the Sega Claw Machine plushies and the Raymundo Mechanikongs and all that sort of stuff. That's all from Buyee. What else? The Hirose, that guy right there, the Hirose Kong soft vinyl, got that off of Buyee. Actually, and including the guy beside him too, the Max Factory soft vinyl model kit. That is also, I got that off from Buyee. Just got a Kong New York souvenir, the famous Monsters issue that I got in the shipment. Got off of Buyee there. So I'm buying stuff that's not even from Japan on Buyee. So yeah, it's really worth it if you're collecting anything that's originally from Japan, like kaiju and whatnot. Akira Kurosawa is an active search on Buyee as well. Yeah, and like stuff you didn't even know existed. Like, yeah, there's actually a Gachapon set of Akira Kurosawa figures, like characters from Kurosawa movies, like just stuff like that you wouldn't even expect. But I also use JP Fan, which is Buyee, but with a few different stores and prices. I should try them out too, see what they got. Washington State, not DC. Yeah. Yeah, there's another one that I've used on occasion, not JPL, or sorry, Japan, HobbyLink Japan. There's another auction site, like proxy buying service I looked at one time, but I don't think I ever actually used it. I'm a West Coaster. I need to clarify that it's the correct Washington. Well, yeah, I figured it was not Washington D.C. There's a different monster there. Anyone here remember Bigfoot and Wild Boy? No, Bigfoot roars, but Sasquatch roars with an A after. Then Skunk Ape roars with wicked halitosis. Good old Skunk Ape. None of that Eastern colonial presidential nonsense. Sam Squinch probably answers with a no yeah no.
Oh, there's gotta be an A afterwards. I forgot.
Yeah, no yeah. Still watch episodes on Tubi. Nice. Tubi's a godsend. I love Tubi. We're watching again Dark Shadows on Tubi. Galaxy Express 39 is on Tubi.
Oh, I watched a like 1970s Sherman Brothers musical.
Cinderella, oh yeah, the Sherman Brothers Cinderella musical.
The music was awful.
With awful music.
But the costumes were fun.
Yeah, good. Fun costume, she says, and it was pretty. The Sherman Brothers Cinderella musical. It wasn't very good, apparently. Sadly.
The music was.
Which is sad, because since it's the Sherman Brothers, you'd think it should be good. But
it was during that time period when everything had to be a musical.
The bride says it was
made no sense.
During that time period, everything had to be a musical, even if it didn't make sense to be a musical.
Apparently, they even tried to get Clint Eastwood to sing.
Oh, good. Why would you get Clint Eastwood to sing?
That's why he said no.
Good God. Was this a modern musical? Jeez.
No, it was back in the 70s, 60s, late 60s, early 70s.
Yeah, remember that one and Electra Woman and Dyna Girl? Watched a lot of Ultraman on Tubi, yeah, and Super Sentai. Yep. Yeah, yeah. I've said before, I love I very much, I mean, I love Ultra Q. I enjoy Ultraman. I have watched Ultraman like cartoons on Netflix. Um, but there's so much Ultraman that I do not want to invest the time in watching all of it. So, you know what? I'm content with the first Ultraman. You know, maybe sometime if I'm bored, I'll watch Ultra 7 on Tubi. Um, but there's so much Ultraman to watch that I just don't want to invest the time in that. I wouldn't mind seeing Super Sentai though, just to watch an episode or two to see what the original Power Rangers was like. But again, if I'm bored someday. Bride, that sounds a boot right. Night at Collinswood, where we hardly have any days. My name is Victoria Winters. Nice. Someone is going to die. Try Ultra 7. Just complete the original trilogy for the sake of my OCD, please. Okay. So it's like Ultraman, Ultra 7, Return of Ultraman? I watch those, or does Ultra Q count as the first part of that? And we did see the Shin Ultraman movie, which was all right. Wasn't as good as Shin Godzilla, but nothing is as good as Shin Godzilla. You don't remember Shin Ultraman? We had a private showing. We were the only people in the theater.
I remember that.
Don't remember the movie. You remember the being alone in the theater, but not that. Oh, can't help it. If we pronounce all the vowels, trying to pronounce any Welsh words is a nightmare. They did a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde storyline on Dark Shadows. Yeah. Why not? Well, so far the last episode we saw, um, Willie got shot, but he's coming out of his coma. So Barnabas wants to kill him.
He's very bloodthirsty.
Yeah, he's very bloodthirsty right now. He wanted to kill Maggie Evans. Now he wants to kill David. Now he wants to kill Willie to hide his secret. That's where we're at right now. Is he wants to kill David, and Willie is just waking up from his coma. So we haven't got to the ghost yet. We haven't got to the werewolf yet. I know about them, but we haven't got there yet. So don't spoil anything for me.
I've heard of the ghost.
There's also a werewolf. I don't know. I don't think it's Willie. The original trilogy is Ultra Q, Ultraman, Ultra 7. All right. So I'll have to watch Ultra 7 then. They eventually went through every horror storyline on Dark Shadows. Yep. Yep. Well, we haven't got to like Angelique yet. So the witch stuff. Like we did watch, because at first we got like the DVDs of like the best episodes kind of thing, and then started watching it. It's like, this makes no sense because we don't have the context for any of this. So we found it on Tubi, and we're watching it in order. So we did see one of the episodes from in the past, from before Barnabas was a vampire, and with Angelique and everything. But yeah.
Oh yeah, we did.
But we haven't been introduced to her yet in the watching it properly.
That's why I'm so confused.
What are you confused?
Oh, because I keep being like, yes, we have seen Angelique.
No, we haven't seen Angelique yet in the proper sequence.
That's the problem.
Yep.
I can't remember.
Yeah, if you like Dark Shadows, you have to watch What We Do in the Shadows next. It's a partial parody. Loved What We Do in the Shadows. Saw the movie and then watched the series. Like Colin Robinson is like my favorite vampire. It was very funny. It was very funny. I love how Colin Robinson begins as just like this whole like, is he even a vampire? Is a emotional vampire even a thing? And then it totally goes off the rails. Oh yes, it is. But yeah, I love What We Do in the Shadows. It was a great show and movie as well. Don't get me started on Welsh. One of my favorite words is "carrura." If I recall right, is kind of a rowboat. I could very well be wrong. You should check out House of Dark Shadows. It's a feature film based. I probably have it actually, because that DVD set included some of the movies. So
We're gonna get to
There was a separate film about Angelique, Night of Dark Shadows. Colin Robinson. Nice. Yep. Yeah, my favorite characters on What We Do in the Shadows. Colin Robinson, my first favorite, then Laszlo, because Matt Berry is amazing. Um, then I would say, oh, I can't remember her name. Girl, Nadia. Nadia, yeah, yeah. Then her, then well, see, Nandor and Guillermo are like a pair. They kind of come together. I mean, Guillermo's certainly the emotional heart of the show, and I was certainly rooting for him. Once I was really hoping that once he found out he was a Van Helsing, spoilers, that he would kind of come into his own a bit more than he did. But anyways, What We Do in the Shadows is hilarious, and there was a primetime version as well. Yep. But yeah, I've been enjoying Dark Shadows. Would absolutely buy a Barnabas Collins NECA action figure. They need to make one. NECA, get on it. Read my mind. But yeah. Or I like the Nadia doll from the end of the show. Yeah. When her human soul got put into the doll. Yep. Two Nadias kicking around. Yeah, some of the stuff on that show was nuts. The Beast. Yeah, the Baron. Yep. Ben Cross as Barnabas Collins. Barbara Steele as Dr. Julia Hoffman. Interesting. I I can't I can't really see Barnabas Collins as anyone but Jonathan Freed now. So I mean, I already heard that the Tim Burton Dark Shadows was terrible, so I don't plan on watching it. Um, but Johnny Depp as Barnabas Collins, I can't. Not now. So I probably should have watched. If I wanted to ever watch the Tim Burton Dark Shadows, I probably should have watched that before the series. But I heard it was terrible, so I didn't bother. Only one season. My favorite episode is the one where they have to fight werewolves, so they throw a squeak toy off a building. Yep. Is that the one with Nandor's love of Nandor's life, who sort of isn't really that into him? Yeah. Do you remember the movie? There's the werewolf fight as well, which is just a lot of posing, a lot of howling and stuff. But yeah, I think the squeak. I think the squeak toy is in the show. Yeah. Now we need to watch again. Oh, we have to watch What We Do in the Shadows again. Oh, darn. Good thing we have Disney Plus. We do what we must. That was one of the shows that kept us on Disney Plus, actually. Because it was like every time I start to think about, do we really need Disney Plus anymore? Then it would like, oh, surprise, new season of What We Do in the Shadows. Okay, fine. Okay, now that's over. Do we really need Disney Plus anymore? Oh, another season of Orville. Okay, stick around. Oh, they finally got Zorro on. Great. Keep Disney Plus then, I guess. So, and now it's High Potential. Is the one show that watch for a bit. Oh, Andor! Another season of Andor. Woo! The best Star Wars since 1983. So, yes. So, Disney Plus keeps getting a stay of execution. So, there always ends up being something on it we want to watch. But, and now they have Macross as well on Disney Plus, which is weird. I highly recommend watching that. Although you have to find, I talked about this last time. You have to like find the original Super Dimension Fortress Macross separately. But then once you've watched that, everything else in Macross is on Disney Plus. So they really need to get SDF Macross on there so you can actually watch the complete franchise. Since season 1, okay. I did like Ava Green as Angelique in the Burton film Perfect Casting. Oh yeah, you guys don't get Hulu. We get Hulu in Disney Plus now. As part of it's a package. So Dark Shadows turned out to be another Johnny Depp flop. Yeah. which is what I watched it on. Yeah, I'm telling you, dude, you have to watch the Clone Wars. It's peak. Um, Again, for me, I am not a prequels guy, so I hear Clone Wars is great, but it's still too prequel-y for me. My Star Wars is the original trilogy and the original theatrical versions, the Ewoks cartoon, the Droids cartoon, um, and now like Mandalorian season one and Andor and Rogue One. Anything else, it's either too sequely or too prequely. So, including the Mandalorian got too prequely. So, like nuts to this. This sucks. But the first season's fantastic. Um, I have Zorro on DVD. Guy Williams was so dashing. I wish I had Zorro on DVD. Like, I do search periodically. I saw it in the store when it first came out. I wish I had bought it, but I wasn't as into Disney when that happened. So a lot of like that stuff that came out at that time, like the original Walt Disney Treasures discs and stuff like that, I had to get on the secondary market. Because I only kind of got into Disney enough to buy those towards the end of the run of those, but not enough to drop the money on Zorro, which now I wish I had. Um, I would love if they put out like Zorro on a Blu-ray, but yeah, went all in on streaming, so much for that. Yeah, it's I don't know. I wish I had a physical copy of it, even though it's like honestly, love it, but we tend to drop off watching it after Comandante Monasterio leaves. Like that original 13 episodes of Zorro is amazing, and I wish they had kept Monasterio around for more. Like you could see how they like got to like episode 12 and was like, "Oh, we got to get rid of him next episode." Crap. And it's like, why keep him around? He's such a great villain. And just the way he's like suddenly finds out or figures out that Zorro and Don Diego are the same person.
Spoilers.
And spoilers. You first episode spoilers. Um, but then it's like he just sort of like gets like it was kind of anticlimactic the way he got sort of bounced off the show. And it's like, oh, they should have at least kept him for the whole first season. They could do the Eagle or whatever the next season. They should at least done a whole season of Monasterio. Like, he was so good, and the dynamic with Monasterio and Garcia and Zorro and um, uh, oh, Benedetto,
No.
Bernardo, Bernardo. Um, yeah, like that dynamic of those four characters is so good. So I wish they had kept that cast for at least one season, one whole season. Um, love Robotech needs a live action remake. Well, I mean, Robotech is Macross. I think I've talked about this before. Um, you could do a live action Robotech, but Robotech is just Macross, so just do a live action Macross. But then, could Hollywood do proper? Um, could Hollywood do a proper adaptation of Macross? No, because Macross is very much informed by Japanese experience. Um, Macross is not about the good guys winning through superior firepower and stuff, which is where Hollywood would take it. So people don't like the Clone Wars because it's prequels. People like the prequels because it's connected to Clone Wars. Who could play Lin Min May? Taylor Swift. No, Lin Min May is Chinese, so you got to find like a Chinese actress, Chinese American, Chinese Canadian, whatever. Um, at least Asian. So, well, people did like her, even though she was an awful singer. I've seen the Star Wars prequel trilogy and really wish I hadn't. Hadn't seen anything since. Just the original trilogy, please and thank you, and the holiday special. Yeah. Doug, I'm with you on that. But I would say first season of Mandalorian is really good, and Andor is freaking amazing. Yeah, you have to watch the two seasons of Andor and Rogue One, and then jump into Star Wars, the Star Wars, the original theatrical version, the original Star Wars. Like it's so good. Andor is so good. Andor is a serious espionage thriller, just taking place in Star Wars.
I don't know how Skarsgård didn't win something.
Oh yeah, he
Yeah,
Alexander Skarsgård, Stellan Skarsgård, should have won like a Emmy for that. Like he was so good. And they didn't do what Red Letter Media predicted, which is that he would be an ex-Jedi. He just ended up being a guy, which does make sense for the story. Um, sorry.
You said you haven't watched it.
Sorry, it's not really giving anything away. They were a star for entertainment up in space. Even the enemy aliens liked her. Yeah. Well, I mean, Min-May, it's the same song over and over again. My boyfriend is a pilot. But no, that's what I love about Macross is that it's about culture as an antidote to war. And even something as pithy from our perspective as, pop idol singers, still to a culture that doesn't have culture, this alien race that was bred for war, to be introduced to culture, even through something as trivial as just pop culture, pop music, is something beautiful, in my opinion. So that's what I love about Macross, is how it deals with those questions of humanity and culture and those things as an antidote to war, and coming to understanding through culture is really fascinating to me. Not that every Macross show is good. It's SDF Macross, Macross Plus, Macross Frontier are the best ones. Macross 7 I actively dislike, and Macross Delta just kind of exists. And Macross 0 just kind of exists. But you have to watch Macross 0 to understand Macross Frontier. So, at the very least. Let's see. I need to watch the Disney Zorro series. It is very good. You should. I've only seen the Mark Zorro and the Antonio Banderas version. Yeah, those are good. Those are certainly good. Douglas Fairbanks one is good. The 1940 one is good. Well, what I don't like about the Douglas Fairbanks version is that he plays it way too effeminate. Like he's like almost like, dude, are you developmentally challenged? Like, but the 1941's okay. The Antonio Banderas versions are fine. But yeah, especially that first 13 episodes of the Disney Zorro is like peak, like tis peak Zorro. Like that is the best Zorro in my opinion. And Puss in Boots. Have ever seen Alain Delon as Zorro? Not that I recall offhand. You have to tell me which version he's in. If you are going to watch the Clone Wars, at least play the Lego games. The only good version of the prequels. Fair enough. Here's to being free. Here's to you and me. La 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 la. Zorro. Okay. Funny theme songs. Right? There's a 16-minute sword fight at the end of that movie. Nice. They had a good stunt work for a low-budget film. I need to watch Macross. I like big robots, and you cannot lie. Yeah, Macross is great. Macross is one of my favorite anime franchises, like hands down. My most favorite is Galaxy Express 39. Then it'd be like Macross, Vision of Escaflowne, that lesbian one we talked about last time, like that one. And for something totally inappropriate for children, Golden Boy. Those ones. Is there one we're watching right now? There's one we've been in the middle of watching. Oh, Crayon Shin-chan. We just pop that every now and then. and then the Fruits Basket, which is the bride's favorite one. So, was that a Sir Mix? Yes, it was. A Sir Mix-a-Lot reference. Yes, it was. Classic. Classic music. He gets referenced a lot in my sphere, weirdly enough, and I do not know why. But I like big bustles, and I cannot lie. That's been a running joke for a while.
We do have Emma to watch.
Oh, and we have the Emma anime, which we watched like what half of the first season, and then kind of trailed off.
We got it.
We got busy, yeah. But we own it, so we can watch it anytime.
It won awards.
It had a longer sword fight than Scaramouche. Out of all people, I didn't expect you to make a Sir Mix-a-Lot reference. You would be surprised. You would be surprised. If you want some pure art, beautiful art, there I Ruined It on YouTube did a version of Leonard Cohen singing Baby Got Back. It is amazing. It is art. It is what the internet was made for. So, I highly recommend it. There I Ruined It is a great channel. Have you ever seen any of the Zorro cliffhangers from back in the day? I have. But I didn't. They're not really super memorable. Because yeah, that's the one with like, yeah, the Zorro mask is like got the mask and he's got like the thing hanging down. Which also I think they did that to the Lone Ranger too. It's like a thing. Um, but yeah, it wasn't really memorable. So when you said Crayon Shin-chan, I confused it with Goodnight Pun Pun. Fair enough. Got into Crayon Shin-chan because there's the Godzilla toy with the human butt. Bare ass Godzilla. And it's like that. I am definitely getting a toy of that when we go to Japan. I am definitely getting bare ass Godzilla. So
Cory's got goals.
I have goals. I got goals. In fact, one thing I think is hilarious, which I have to see in real life, is in Odaiba. One of the malls has the Godzilla store in Odaiba, and it has a statue of like Godzilla -1. And then directly across the hall from it is the Crayon Shin-chan store with the bare ass Godzilla statue. So it's like they knew. And they put the bare ass Godzilla statue beside the Godzilla -1 statue. Like, oh my god, I gotta see that in real life. The weirdest one is Zoro's Flying Legion. I have not seen that one. I haven't seen that one. I love There I Ruined It. Been watching them since the Mario Eminem matchup. Yeah. My all-time favorite thing that he has done is the what bro country sounds like to people who don't like bro country. It's just beer trucks, girl beer.
My dog drives my truck.
Yeah, got a beer in my beer. Whatever. Truck got a dog behind the wheel. Cut off jeans. Truck. Yeah. So yeah, he should have been on the alternative Super Bowl halftime show there. But I tried to get that song actually on the song rotation at work, but unsuccessfully so far. Yeah. Yep. It is peak bro country. That's true. Bro country is not particularly great. So, but it was good enough that my mom was like, "Isn't this Luke Bryan?" No, mother. The villain in that one is called Don Del Oro. He is a bad guy posing as God who's inspiring the Indians to become more like. Oh my gosh. Say it ain't so. Damn you, Don Del Oro. Shin-chan and Pun Pun are very different. Pun Pun is a horror manga about a bird for context. Okay. Sure. I'll have to look it up. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Where are we at here? 150. Wow. Might draw this one to a close since I have to tear the house apart to find an album, and I have to track down what happened to my manga that I bought. So, son of a gun. But yeah, thank you for joining me this evening, for helping me unbox my latest Buyee. Resort had a lot of action. Um, yeah, thanks for joining me. And I guess I'm going to have to follow up now with another Kong collection video. I actually have another video that is that I'm working on right now, but it is going to be on the black actors of King Kong, given as Black History Month. Finally, did that project, wanting to track down who these actors were and what they're known for, and found some actually really surprising connections as I was doing that. So that one's going to be coming up sometime this month, and then of course there is the proper live stream at the end of the month. We'll be doing that. So see you there, be square, whatever. No, you got to be square to be here, yeah. Thanks for the stream, everyone. Have a good night. Yeah, good night, Rex Queen. Thank you, everyone. And yeah, we will see you. We'll see.